Hey guys, I hope you hear me well. The microphone is set up and everything. You might be surprised because this channel has been inactive for quite a while, and also me behind the microphone is something that happens very rarely these days unless I speak somewhere on a conference or at a university, simply because I'm an esports guy who created a lot of content in the past, commentated on games, as you know, like one of the former projects was HeflaTV, which helped young casters to get out there. Either way, so I'm not getting this opportunity much more often right now, and I turn pretty much fully background esports business, things that will never find it into the public sphere announcement whatsoever, unless the projects are actually getting announced and NDAs are falling, so I can finally talk about it. So long story short, there's multiple reasons I'm actually reactivating this content, this YouTube channel, and some content in and around it. Number one, YouTube just made an announcement today that they will strike down on small content creators who don't reach a certain threshold. I'm definitely against it. I think it's a bad move by YouTube, but that's a totally different topic, and I should do this probably in a separate video if I actually find the time, which is one of my main issues. That's why I don't create content. I simply don't have the time anymore. Reason number two is, as an esports entrepreneur slash business guy, of course I didn't escape from the crypto space. It's something that everybody who is in and around business should definitely be, at least with the basics, be educated. And of course within esports, I made it one of my missions, not just, especially when I do consulting for investment firms, look into ventures, but now also into ICO. So one of my sort of private missions is to debunk and analyze and show and also publicize about it whenever there is a scam ICO or a totally botched ICO where everything from token economy to venture plans, strategy announcements, lack of a product, lack of a decent white paper even, all those things are missing, and I make it one of my missions to lobby for a much more resourceful and ethical way to handle cryptocurrency, especially in the gaming and the esports industry. So that all brings us to the simple fact that Bitconnect, I know it has nothing to do whatsoever with esports and gaming whatsoever, but everybody who is in the crypto world, you can't get around Bitconnect. It's one of the first scams on a large scale that came out, and unfortunately it was very successful. So just to make this clear, before I start talking about Bitconnect any further, I want to make it very clear. I'm not a crypto expert down to the code. I'm just a business guy, knowledgeable around the crypto space, what's going on, and obviously I have an opinion. I'm a very opinionated person, so I take this chance to simply get this opinion out there. However, I will not discuss with people who still claim Bitconnect is not a scam, it's not a Ponzi. I will not explain you what a Ponzi is. I just hope that you know that, and if you don't know it, then Google is your friend. Trust me, the SEO around Bitconnect, you will find very soon explanations, especially now that it's shutting down. So let's get to the point. Bitconnect lost 90% in their worth. I can even show you. I have it somewhere here. There, have a look. It crashed so hard that it's not even funny. There's not even a residual piece left of Bitconnect wherever they crash landed. So that's obviously number one. Number two is the truth behind all of this is there's multiple cease and desist orders against Bitconnect. So thank God for that, because I think that was sort of the tipping point. The exchange is closed, even though they claim you can still do something, but it's just limited processing. Only people with a lot of funds will be processed. If that even is true, I don't know. I actually, in the past, I wanted to put something into Bitconnect just to try out the whole thing. However, and I come later to this, I didn't do it because it has a very ethical repercussion. But again, I'll get later back to that point. So the reality is Bitconnect is shutting down. You have it all over the news. You can see on their Twitter that they come up with some BOGO stuff. We're under attack. We have bad press, like all sorts of crazy announcements on their Twitter. Feel free to check it out. You have tons of news like coming out of them. You have Bitconnect and their press releases, which are just also utter crap, more or less, in the end. And please, let's be very, very clear on this one. Bitconnect is dead. There's nothing happening in and around this anymore. So the question, and this is actually the reason why I wanted to make this video, is what to do now. So first of all, if there's actually a chance that you somehow get anything out of it now, of course do it. Do it. Just do it. Get it out of there. That's the only thing I can recommend right now if you are actually the holder of any of those assets. However, let's be very clear. I have no sympathy for anyone who's involved with Bitconnect. Not the founder, not the staff, not influencers, people, sites, media that have promoted it, not the private guy, the corporate guy who played with it, not those people who knowingly invested into it, knowing that they're at a high position on a Ponzi scheme, pyramid, whatever you want to call it, or those guys who have been oblivious, because all of them share the same guilt. They're guilty of knowing what it actually is, and they're simply guilty of doing something with Bitconnect, which automatically, and that's the nature of a Ponzi scheme, drags other people into it because it justifies it, it legitimizes the whole thing. So let me be very clear. Obviously, the whole stuff, all the influencers that promoted the whole thing, they should be, in my world, shot on sight. But obviously, we don't want to kill anyone, so let's just go for criminal authorities. Regulators should hopefully do the trick here. But the reality is, those people who actually earned money with BCC, with Bitconnect, they're somewhere on an island laughing about each and every one of you guys who invested. Now, the ethical thing is, and this comes with a Ponzi scheme, no one is free of any guilt here, and that's why I have no sympathy. I saw on Twitter a lot of statements like, "Oh, we're so sorry that your life savings are invested in Bitcoin." Bullshit! Because investment rule number one is you don't invest what you're not ready to lose. It doesn't matter, cryptocurrency, an ICO, like a startup or some funds or like stock exchange or anything like that. It doesn't matter. If you don't have the money, you don't risk it. There's much better ways to keep the money, make more money until you're at a point where you can actually invest. So number one, you're guilty of that. And then there's of course the fact that each and every one of those people who knew that it was a Ponzi scheme, they knew that when they come in, it means more people will come in and they make money off them. But of course the whole guilt, the responsibility in a pyramid scheme, Ponzi scheme, is getting delegated downwards. Hence, you know, like, I didn't know, like, I thought and whatnot. No, bullshit. I just call bullshit. You knew about it. Maybe there have been, at the early days of Bitconnect, some people who actually believed in the whole thing. They got into it, and then they realized, oh, it's actually a scam, especially after all the bad PR and everything came in. And there were tons of people who warned about it, experts, everyone warned about Bitconnect. If you didn't pull your funds and stop the vicious cycle, you're just as guilty as someone who knowingly did it. And those people who put their life savings into it, back to that topic, I saw tweets like, oh, I took this on my house, I sold my car to invest in Bitconnect. It's utter crap. You don't do this. It's ridiculous. But okay, if someone cannot Google Bitconnect and sees all the red flags popping up, despite the very, very good PR countermeasures by Bitconnect, then I'm sorry, but you deserve to lose your money. You're not adult and you're not educated enough to hold that money. So I know this sounds very cruel, but that's the reality. You were helping criminals to even recruit more people in the hopes that you get some return, small or big, it doesn't matter. Now, I know this is an ethical question, who is guilty, who is not, but in a Ponzi scheme, as I said, there's no space for sympathy. Nobody of you should feel anything for anyone who was involved. And now the question is, again, I will not talk about what is a Ponzi, why is it a Ponzi, why is it a scam. This video is focused on what happens actually after that. Because what we're gonna take out of this, Bitconnect is like a huge PR piece of like the crypto currency world, the crypto industry, however you want to call it. And the industry is relatively old in the sense of years. However, the publicity it got is very recent. So people like, I don't know, Goldman Sachs or whatever are talking even about it, or big investors like Mark Cuban taking words like crypto in his mouth is only a few years old, sometimes only a year or two. So this is how I measure it. This is the reality we live in right now. And now what we struggle with is, of course, that people see cryptocurrency as sort of like an anarchy, getting around regulators and all that stuff, and it's volatile, it's a bad investment. All of it is a scam because you just get some token, you can't actually do something with it. Just to be clear, blockchain is an amazing technology. I do believe in the cryptocurrency, the crypto space as such, even though I'm not a super expert on it, but I will not get around. In fact, I think no one in the future will get around blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies at all. May you be just a customer, an entrepreneur, working for someone, it doesn't matter. You will not get around it. That's just a fact. So you better get educated now. So again, what are we doing with Bitconnect? There's not much to do. As I said, people can try to get their funds out. It's not gonna work. I doubt that. That's on the private level. But what is the message we put out there? In the next some days, Bitconnect is going to be all over the news, and the way we present it and the way we process this huge defeat that someone used this amazing piece of technology and was due to, for example, lack of regulations or similar things, or just due to lack of counter measuring the things or listening to the community and the experts, was able to scam a lot of money out of people. Or a lot of people, again, willingly invested there knowing it's a scam, but knowing also, okay, I can make a lot of money off it, because, you know, at the end of the day, if you have more money on your account, who cares where it comes from? I do care. I do care in business. I'm known for making fair deals. I'm known for trying to have everything above board. Even though in the past I worked with entities peeking into East Europe, Russia, China, etc., where I've seen things also in esports that are just not funny. But I try with every fiber of my body always be above board as much as I can, because I do believe in the longevity of business when it's done ethically. However, in crypto, we have the same problem. So for us, for the community now, I think it's one of the biggest tasks is wrapping this whole thing up. It's that, let's bury it, but let's leave a piece out of it. So not full 6 feet under. Let's have a little piece still out there as reminder, because Bitconnect is not the only one. I'm not going to list you now what other scams are out there. May it be an ICO, may it be all sorts of scams already running with operation, false promises, whatsoever. The list is long, and maybe in the future I'm going to make some videos about it, even though there's much better and more qualified people out there that actually can do this. But this needs to be a reminder, sort of a beacon of light, what happens if you get involved. And furthermore, and this is I think super important, keep everything you have as evidence. We don't know where this goes. There could be class action suits, people being traced down, regulators coming in now into the market who will also feast on the whole downfall of Bitconnect. And the most important part, if you know any of the Bitconnect staff, and I don't care, from CEO down to secretary, everybody knew what they were working on. They're just as guilty as everyone else. We have to make sure that they don't find a way back into the next scam, into the next project, or maybe they even get baptized and all of a sudden end up on a real project, on like something that has merit, you know, that's like a real worthy project and investment. But still, where is the integrity? Where is the trust in that person? It can't be there. This person needs to be tarred and feathered so that no one actually is going to work with them. And this is what the community has to do. Like, each and every one of them should not be ever able to launch something similar or even legit projects. They should not be part of this community. Furthermore, and this is where people sold their soul, and I said it on my Twitter already. You can follow me on @HeflaMog. I spew all sorts of different opinions, all their esports and crypto. All the influencers that got in, either because they were invested themselves or they got hired by Bitconnect to promote the whole thing, may it be direct payment or through affiliate system, it doesn't matter in the end. You knew what you promoted. You literally, it's like someone tries to sell you cancer for a price, while the rest of the world is paying any kind of money they would find to cure cancer. And these people knew what they were doing. And the funny thing is when Bitconnect, I mean, look at some of these influencers. Go down your YouTube list, even though I saw it, there's people taking videos down now, there's people taking tweets down, all sorts of things is happening. Everybody's trying to sort of, I don't know, clear the evidence. So collect whatever you have, download the videos, screenshot the tweets, everything. I mean, the internet doesn't forget, and that's what I love about the internet. So once you said something, it's out there, you have to own it. So again, those influencers, they're really young. Some of them are like guys in their 20s and everything, and they were looking at the quick coin, you know, just make a quick buck. Bitconnect, okay, I get paid by them. I was invested pretty early on, and bam, I also have the affiliate. So each and every moron I get through my social media, YouTube, whatever, on Bitconnect gives me even more money. They knew it. They abused people. They're just as criminal as a gang somewhere on the street. And none of them are instantly able, you know, to shift into another career. So it's very likely that these people will stay in the crypto world. And obviously, you know what you can think of their opinion now. So next time they're promoting something, and if you're still so stupid to follow these people, then take it at least with a grain of salt. Please do me that favor. The worst of all the influencers, and I've seen this today morning as well, on today night, I was working through the whole night, that's why I sort of followed the entire downfall. It's unfolding. While I record this video, the whole thing is happening. It's actually pretty exciting, and I'm probably gonna stay awake for a few more hours just to see it. But I saw influencers that still now try to make as much money as possible. Like they're like bots, they're like drones. It's ridiculous. They're like, oh, it's just a dip. Bitconnect will come back. No, it won't. It's dead. It's dead. Just bury it. They're like, no, just now you have to invest. 90%. Cryptocurrencies are volatile. You have to invest now. It's just invest in the dip, and your returns will be even greater. Bullshit. Like, I mean, these people should be now busy burning all the evidence they have, pivot into something else, and hope that the community, as I just suggested, by the way, doesn't come after them. This is just a community. Like, I wish them also all the legal means against them. I really hope there's someone out there and proves that they're actively promoting something that has a criminal nature. But again, that's none of my business. Maybe that's happening. So these people exist. So even now you will see people out there. The funny thing is, little sidetracked here, but even if you go to the news now that Bitcoin is shutting down, you go in the comment section, even there, bots and little guys post their little affiliate link, make money, crazy returns and everything, invest in Bitcoin, Bitconnect now. It's ridiculous, it's posting an advertisement pretty much on the obituary of a project is ridiculous, but that's how insane the whole thing is. The point isn't to wrap my video up here because I think it's much longer than I actually wanted. The point is the whole reputation of the crypto industry here is on the line, because the uneducated person from the outside looking into this, they see things like Bitconnect due to the PR in the past and now what's happening. And for them, they can't make the difference between Bitconnect and Bitcoin. Let's face it. So we have to do a very, very good job and deal with this aftermath. Wrap it up. Take the people into responsibility and just hope for the best, honestly. And this is not where we should stop, honestly. I said it before, there's multiple projects out there that are fraudulent on a similar level. Maybe not the same volume as Bitconnect as of right now, but they will come. For every Bitconnect, there will be 10 more projects. It's like, cutting off the head of a hydra or whatever you call it in Greek mythology. The fact is there will be at least 2 or even multiple heads growing. And we have to hit them right in the face as they come, not even give them the chance that they get this momentum and drag sometimes innocent people into this whole mess. This is what is our responsibility right now. So this whole video, besides reactivating my YouTube channel, is all about take the responsibility, do the aftermath properly, don't be after hits, after views and whatnot. Like, do it in a responsible way, get out there, find the influencers, blacklist them, unfollow them. The same with the stuff. And if you're involved in any form or way in cryptocurrencies, if any of these names pop up with a project, point this out. These people should never ever be able to do business, not in this industry, and for all I care, in no industry. And of course, maybe the last remark is, despite the fact that I love how independent and somehow anarchistic cryptocurrency is from its foundation until recent days, there is a good side taste that regulators are coming in, because believe it or not, these regulators, they will ruin a lot of good things around crypto, I believe. I'm not a big fan of it. However, they're also going to prevent, hopefully, a lot of bad things happening, like Bitconnect popping up. Then again, let's also all be a bit realistic, which I like to be. I like to be the realist and everything. Even in the regulated fiat currency world, which spans for I don't know how many years now, these frauds existed. They will always exist. There's nothing you can do against it. By the time they are shut down, for whatever reason, they already have done a lot of damage. So in the end, regulators or not, cryptocurrency or not, it's the person who invests, supports, promotes the scam. And that's why we have to educate people. That being said, guys, I think I had it somewhere here. Of course, there are ways you can follow me. There's this is me on Twitter at HeflaTV. My consultant agency, where I do mostly pro bono stuff for young entrepreneurs, is here. And since HeflaTV will also be revamped in order to reactivate this YouTube channel with more opinions, and again, that will be a separate video. I will start an esports education / business education series here. Everything from defining what is esports, entrepreneurship in and around that, how to get investors, what to do with investors, what not to do, all those things. So the whole A to C around business with the focus on gaming and esports. This is coming very soon. Some of you guys saw me actually make an outreach on Twitter where I looked for video editors. I found 2 very, very young but super esports enthusiastic guys, and I will make this series. I will start very soon as I come back from a few business trips, and also wrap a few things up on my own venture, which again I will also present. So stay tuned, guys. I will not mark this obviously as an opinion about esports. I just felt like doing a video in the morning. However, I will announce the series coming soon, and that will be then a series where I think sometimes even once weekly or twice weekly, I will come up with a piece that's either general opinion, recent news about something like this here, or like educational pieces, and then let's get this content rolling. I really want to get back in front of the camera, I mean at home, and the microphone, telling people more than, the few characters on Twitter what I think about certain things, because I'm now for so many years in this industry, and I think my responsibility is also sharing. I mean, there's people in the esports industry out there like Richard Lewis, Red Eye, Thorin, and many, many more. I mean, of course, these are the most opinionated, controversial ones and everything. But like what these people do with their content is to educate. And I think we need similar people in the cryptocurrency that do it with a responsible approach, ethical approach, unbiased. independent. And the good thing is, since I turned entrepreneur in 2017 and completely stopped existing as an executive, literally helping my CEOs to become rich and not having much of a return for myself there, I am free. I can have these opinions, and the only thing that could happen to me is that someone who wanted to do business with me doesn't like my opinion, but that's the risk I always take, and I'm willing to take that. So all of this is coming, guys. Was really cool to actually get my super old OBS going. I hope the recording is good. I'm gonna upload it now to YouTube. It's probably gonna take a while till it's up, but thank you for watching. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter if you want to hear more about that stuff. If you like some super crazy crypto fanatics, I just warn you, there will be ICO analysis and a few crypto stuff here on this channel and around my person. But I will not devote all my time on crypto, because I just see it as a side thing for esports. But esports, that's my thing. That's gonna be it. If you're interested in both, perfect. Then just stay with me and follow me. Okay, thanks guys. Have a whatever time zone you're in. Nice day.